On giving you guys another video back to back. When we're talking about trading, many of you guys want to make money online. Okay, you got many of you guys that want to make a whole bunch of money in crypto. Well, you're gonna want to listen to this entire video because I'm giving you guys the alpha on how to print back to back. How to print. So when it comes down to it, I see many of my guys on Twitter. I see many of my guys in other social media such as TikTok. They're all wondering, what can they do. Many people try different avenues, to try to make money online. But what we do is trade. We trade specifically Bitcoin. We focus on Bitcoin. Not only is it a volatile asset, but it's very, predictable. You're able to read it like a book once you master the strategy, once you master how we trade it, my guys. When you understand that any cryptocurrency has a market maker, every single one, okay, including Bitcoin, including Solana, including every single meme coin out there has a market maker. You're able to see certain patterns for you to then profit on when it comes to trading. So for my new guys out there listening, my name is Scape. I'm a crypto trader for many years, and we've been here, in the trenches. We love what we do, and we've been here, enlightening people back to back. So make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that like, drop a comment below, and enjoy, because these videos are gonna be educational. So when it comes to it, my guys, many of you guys who are already traders, should already know what technical analysis is. Okay, technical analysis is what somebody came up with, when they were trying to read these charts. They're trying to identify patterns and trying to see what's the next move. Because when you're trading, you're technically just trying to predict the future and see what's the next move for you to profit. So how I continued my journey, my story is that I started off, being a heavily in heavily in technical analysis, having my trading view account, putting all these indicators on top of it. But if you see my chart now, my chart is very simple, my guys. My chart has no distractions. That's what I call it now. Technical analysis, when you overcomplicate it, it really is it really just confuses you. So if you really want to improve your trading, okay, you're gonna make it as clean as possible with less confusion. You really have to just do is determine direction, okay, and then you got to perfect your entries and exits for you to profit. That's what we teach inside the Discord. And if you're curious, my guys, I want to bring you inside a little bit, because I'll update my guys here earlier. When it came down to it, okay, earlier today, it says currently 85k, no major clear direction, but we're always watching, So I told them to watch out for AM pump. And the AM pump came, boom, went from over 85,000 to 86. Okay, but the thing is, you have to realize when these pumps come, my guys, okay, so it's just the one that came earlier. They're waves, okay, they're waves, and there's waves for you to profit on. Okay, that's the whole reason why I always tell you guys, have the mindset of a trader, entry and exit, and don't have the mindset of just holding your trade, marrying your trade. When it comes down to it, many of you guys who just swing trade, sometimes you guys marry your bags, because all these cryptocurrencies are very volatile. So if you marry your bag, what you possibly could happen is you round trip. Let's say you invested $10,000 into something, it went up to 20, 30, but then you didn't sell, and you pretty much back at 10,000. And that's what happens to many of you guys out there. And if you could really just take notes, all the videos I try to do is to help you guys improve, live through my experiences, because I'm here, a veteran in this crypto space. We've been out here, trading, swing trading, leverage trading, meme coin trading, you name it, we've done it. So that's what we always, are here for you guys, my guys. So if you guys are always, I want to encourage you guys that this is your year to really focus and lock in, again, my name is Scape. We've done so many things this past 6 months when it comes to creating content. We've done meme coin stuff, we've done trading, we've done a lot of stuff. But what I really always vibe to, what I really always come back to, is leverage trading, because leverage trading has brought freedom not just to me, but to my students that I teach inside my Discord. Earlier today, we profited on that AM pump, my guys. And if you would be surprised, we profited here, boom, over $1,100 profit on Margex, you know, buying long on Bitcoin when we see the pump coming, my guys. If you guys realize, all it really takes is for you to profit, you know, make, you know, an extra income when it comes to trading. Make an extra income of 1,000, you know, 600, 1,200, you know, consistently, my guys. And if you're able to do that, you know, you're out of the matrix, my guys. Because when it comes down to it, if you want to be financially free, you're gonna want to, you know, have a high income skill that produces much more income than your expenses. So that's what we're trying to teach you guys with leverage trading. Okay, many of you guys are fearful, you know, but you should not fear when it comes to leverage trading if you have the right education. And that's what I always tell you guys. It doesn't matter if it's leverage trading, meme coin trading, or swing trading in crypto. If you have the right education, or it doesn't matter whatever field you get into, you have the right education, you're able to then progress and actually become, you know, profitable, actually become, you know, thriving in the market. Okay, so if you're curious and learning, you know, my DM to my Telegram is below. You know, my DMs are always open to my community because we're here growing together. And if you're curious and learning a skill such as leverage trading, if you're curious to learn, you know, my DMs are open and we're able to assist you, my guys, in